Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Since I am carving, I've zoomed my camera in quite a lot more so y'all can actually see what the image is because I watched the last broadcast back and I was like, y'all can't see nothing. Like, it just looks like gray. This is my image that we get. Oh, maybe the light is a little more. Well, anyway, that we can now see. And we're gonna keep carving because now I'm a little bit behind, okay, on my homework, which I wasn't trying to be, but sometimes the autoimmunes, that's not my fault. Um, all right, my mouse out of the way. So I was carving out these big areas, which I'm going to keep working that way. I need a little vacuum for my space. Where's the cat vac? Also, I haven't quite like carved this down far enough. Like I've barely touched it. So we're gonna use some of the bigger scoopers. I think I have an even wider one than that. And yes, like low key, this set of carving tools is my birthday present to myself because I need it to be like, there we go. That's better. Like, it wasn't time for the chisel. I was doing that way too early. So, excellent. And I will try not to like touch my keyboard because the last thing I want is to error 404 for no reason. I feel like even I can see a little better now using the big chisel or the big gouge. There we go. Yeah, so that is more what I wanted. You can't just be half carving these plates. Gotta carve it all the way. I was trying to decide if I was going to pay attention to the direction in which I'm carving my lines for the clouds, and I don't know that I will. I mean, as nice as it is to have a little strategy, I don't know. I don't know if all that is really necessary, especially since this is the white area. Trying to keep my fingies clear of the blade. Okay, that's better. I want to go just enough so that it's deep, but not so deep that the plate starts to fall apart. Because that's the other thing that can happen. And it is very annoying. And I try to avoid that. Now, this is where I will get a smaller. Yeah, this guy will work. And just clean up that line a little bit. Actually, I don't love the V gouge. Where's a U-shaped one? That's too wide. This will work. There we go. Just to reinforce that the line is here. Yeah, that'll work. Let me clean this up. Happy Wednesday. Hey, everybody. Now, if there's anywhere that I'm at risk for overcarving, it's in these clouds. So try to be as careful as I can be. Because now I've got the shape how I want it. The marks look nice. Because even though this is a white area, we might catch a little bit of ink in these little ridges. So we still want it to look nice. So. Okay. I feel like I'm just like in my little plate. All right. So I'm going to go back to this little guy just to like make my life easier. Because the first gouge wasn't really a gouge at all, was it? It was a very light touch. So here I will adjust my camera just a little teeny bit I don't want to get out of frame. Oops, wrong way. Just kidding. There we go. Yes, this is the angle I need to be at. I don't know why I decided that curves was the move with this, but that's what I decided. There's gonna be a lot of like the camera moving around a little bit. I was like, you know what? We're doing lino cut. Let me plan some sweeping arcs. Interlocking chains. I was on some BS. I will admit it. Because, like, for the assignment, like, yes, I'm going to print my edition, but also she was like, and then you get 2 variations, so impress me. And I was like, impress you how? So, what better way to be impressive than not only have all of these like sweeping lines, but to also do, I already carved that, a bit of papier collé and bokashi roll, which roughly translated is like a rainbow roll. So I haven't picked the colors for this one yet. I know part of it is going to be like navy or like some kind of really nice blue. Hey, get out of there. Ooh, so unhelpful. But for the rest of it, like, I don't know. I don't know. That was a weird piece. See. And this is the danger of the big gouges. Like you can be fine, and then your whole plate is gouged and not where you want it to be gouged. How dare you? And yeah, it would probably act better if I'd hold it. And I don't know, when I do that, I can't like, I don't know. It's weird. I don't want to hold it. Oh my gosh. Speaking of mythology, um, for those who are watching on Twitch, we're going to go to an ad break in 10 seconds if you're not subscribed or have Twitch Turbo, but we'll be back. But for those who do have it and who do subscribe, I will continue. So, speaking of mythology, I have been making my way through like collection of myths from around the world, right? And so last night, because I just like read one before bed to like fall asleep because they're fast. So last night was Theseus and the Minotaur. Y'all, I did not know that Theseus was trash. Like, my husband, like, Mr. Heather and I were just listening, right? And we're like, ah, oh, cool. He's going to totally, like, kill the Minotaur. And then he's going to marry Ariadne. And they're going to be so happy. Y'all, Theseus threw her treasures back at her that she helped him to defeat the Minotaur with. Otherwise, he would have gotten eaten like those other dudes. And then was like, your brother is a monster, like, whatever. And he, like, made her feel so bad that Dionysus felt bad and was like, well, you can just come be my wife. Girl, what? When that part of the story happened, I sat, like, straight up in bed. The lights were off. Like, we were, like, half sleeping. And I was like, what? I was so upset. Like, Theseus, how dare you? That is so rude. Like, So now, like, hashtag I hate that guy. And I'm very upset for Ariadne. That was not cool. But I mean, I guess bonus, because Dionysus is real cool. So kind of a fair trade, I guess, sort of. But like, Theseus, dude. And I'm only like 2 myths in. So like the Greek portion of the book. And already I wanted to take my phone and throw it across the room when the narrator was like, and he threw everything back at her in her face. Like the crown, the ball of yarn, he didn't want any of it. Like, dude. She went and placed all of those things at great peril to herself to help you. And like, you got her off the island, which I mean, I guess fine, you got her off the island. But then he left her. Like, total F-boy behavior. Like, so if you ever hear me say that someone's a total Theseus, F-boy. I've always known Dionysus was cool, though. I was like, you know what? He's all right. We like Diney over here. Some scholar is rolling in their grave like, did she just call him Diney? I did. You know what? I guess I'm going to just start carving this out and I'll do more of the outline later. Because I just need to establish like what the height is going to be. Oh no, little cat's in the way. There we go. Sorry, Clockette. Oh, you got your stuff, Mander. Mander subscribes to the, I think I called it the Print Club tier. So not only does she get biannual holiday cards, she also gets quarterly mini prints. So if you like my art, but cannot afford to per se purchase an original, you can join my Patreon, and then I send you little art presents in the mail. They're very cute. And listen, y'all, I print on the good paper, all right? It's not the cheap stuff. Uh-oh. I messed up, but that's okay. It's okay. You know why? Because I'm an artiste and I can just change my drawing Don't even worry about me. Boom. It's fine. I know y'all were like, oh, she's outside the lines. This is what happens when you talk and carve. You have to change your stuff. But that's all right. No more mistakes after this one. So I'm just going to work on this little section. Since I have decided I would rather run my mouth than do my homework. Prank gang! Yes! Jen posted that she got her card in the Discord. I was like, oh, so cute. But I mean, my like style is like cutesy art, but like I feel like this one turned out super cute. I think just because it's like my cat, just like on a little like frolic in the forest. And I take my own reference photos. That is a real place. We were up at Morongo, and their park is very pretty. And we saw a deer. It was like, and I look at him, and he looks at me. Like it was really close, and we were like, "Hey, guy, we're just walking through trying to see some birds. Like, we're cool. If you're cool, like, not trying to disturb you or anything, like, because deer will charge you, and they are large. So, that was real cool though. Because like it seemed like we were both caught by surprise. Like we were like, and the deer was like, we just looked at each other. We're like, okay, cool. Like, are you good? Please don't headbutt us. Also, if people have been feeding you, we don't have snacks. We're sorry. You know what would make this faster? A bigger gouge. Not that I don't low-key like the texture of the small gouge, but we don't have all day. Like, this softer plate is supposed to make this faster. Though I do like the texture of that other gouge. It's very nice. Amanda, were you here for my rant about Theseus and how he's total trash? The guy from the story about the Minotaur. Because he's terrible. Justice for Ariadne. Like, I sat up like I was the one who had been betrayed. Like, the gasp, I gasped. Like, are you ever just like super into a story and something crazy happens and you're like, oh! Like, that was me. I am a vocal book reader. But yeah, if you want to be outraged, go read that story about how Theseus defeated the Minotaur and then was a total a-hole to Ariadne after she helped him. Like, you know you've done somebody dirty when, like, one of the Olympians comes down and is like, girl, I'll never break your heart. Wait, hang on. Eh. Dionysus was like, oh wow, it didn't play. Spotify just totally did something crazy. It's because I was trying to be hilarious, but listen, is it actually playing? I think I broke our tunes, y'all. Not great. Yeah, Spotify is broken. All because I did. Okay, fine, fine. We'll close it and reopen it later. It doesn't really matter for the replay. Um, but I can't do my impression of the Backstreet Boys right now. My throat is really scratchy. And if I find out that Dionysus like cheats on Ariadne or something like later in these myths, I'm gonna be really irritated. Like, can you not? Oh, you know what? I'm probably holding a key down there because I've got stuff on my desk. Spacebar. Let's try that again. There we go. This is what happens. Ariadne was like crying by the shore, and Dionysus walks by, wine and grapes in hand. Hey, girl. But like, the story didn't say that he like knew her before, or it was like a love at first sight thing. So I don't know. But this is how I imagine the end credits of that story playing out. Like Backstreet Boys special guest, they all come out in their like historical Grecian attire. There's like a vat of wine because Dionysus. Come to think of it, I feel like he has a bunch of wives. But don't quote me on that. I'm rusty on the subject, hence I am reading. I couldn't imagine like taking an English class now, the unhinged papers that I would write and the titles they would have. Like, that's about to be the next print. Like, how Theseus was an F boy and Dionysus makes very fast decisions. Can you imagine him going back to Mount Olympus? Zeus, you are never going to believe what just happened. Dionysus is the god that will literally drive you insane for not putting respect on it. Right? Like, so I just. Though has always been one of my favorites. I'm just like, you know what? He seems like a chill dude. Like, I mean, unless you make him mad, then not cool. But yeah, JK, I was pushing the space bar. Spotify was not broken. And like, I need to find out, does he go back for Theseus for like a revenge beatdown? Because the way the narrator was telling it, like Ariadne was like distraught. Okay. So I just like, I would go back. Like, you know what, Theseus, I just want to talk to you. Like, just come outside. I just want to talk. But I don't remember him being like Dionysus, that is being scrappy. But again, I am rusty on the subject, and therefore I am reading. This was like peak Backstreet Boys. I think they're going to be at Coachella. I think. Or NSYNC. One of these boy bands is going to be at Coachella. Suki hi. You're just in time for my rant about Theseus and how he is a little dusty piece of trash, and Dionysus is the goat for rescuing Ariadne from her grief. And how this is a song that would play in the end credits of like that story. It was a quick switch to mythos. Because apparently my prints are very like mythology coded. Yeah, let me hear for those who are interested. I think I put the book in the TBR pile in the Discord, but I might not have. It is called Library. Oh, it's just called Mythology, and it's giant. It's like 30 hours. But it's at least 5 different cultures. So I think it starts out with the Greeks because that is like the most accessible. Like if you grew up in the 90s like me and you watched Rocky and Bullwinkle, like you know a good bit of it. Aside from like Theseus being a total F boy, they like left that out of what's his name, Little Dog and Sherman. Peabody and Sherman. Okay, there we go. This was it was trying to slide. I was like, can you not? This you have a rant. It makes me mad that the principal of the magic school decides Harry's future. Right? Decide when he was old. Listen, I think Dumbledore did some very questionable things, and Minerva was the only one to stand up for him. Like, remember, a Potter is a boy, like, not a piece of meat, dude. Like, are you crazy? Minerva was like, leave my baby alone. Because as far as I'm concerned, Minerva is Harry's mama. That's it. Like, in Lily's stead, Minerva is his new mom. Whoops. Did not mean to go in that direction. Yeah, that's okay. Don't mind me while I try not to slice my hand open. Wait. Okay, yeah, no. This is what we're carving. I made a little oopsie earlier, so I'm extra paranoid now. It's like the only like major mistake I was gonna allow myself. And I don't know. I don't love it, but since I have all of these areas of here, I'll move the camera over because I really do need the plate to be over here. Isn't it so nice that we can just move the view? Since I have these areas of white, my papier-collé is going to look real cool. So I'll have to choose some really interesting paper for my clouds. And that is the way in which I shall impress my teacher. She's not French, just sometimes when doing demos, she does a French accent, and now we've all started doing it. The entire classroom is neurosparkly. Like, and I feel like we all just vibe so hard. Just chilling. Oh my gosh, what time is it? This takes so long. Like, I've been carving for 41 minutes. I forgot that this takes forever. But that is why I got big gouges and tiny gouges. So really, I feel like these were my birthday present to myself. Because a girl of 40 should have her own wood carving set. I will say though, this leather roll smells like hamburgers. Like, I opened it and I was like, it smells like In-N-Out Burger. So that was unexpected and weird, but also I guess kind of fun. At least I know that it's hey, get out of there, a fully natural product. Speaking of which, it just occurred to me, Mr. Heather has a lot of like small pieces of scrap wood in the garage, and I could just carve on that. No. Can you imagine? Where's all my scrap wood? Have you been carving on it? Yes. Now we have all these prints. Look at us making progress. Yes. Yes. This part's a little tricksy. That's okay, we can manage. I was about to say that might be a job for the chisel, but it is not. One more little gouge. So I ran into another linoleum cut printmaker, and she paints her plates before drawing out her design, and I'm going to try that the next time. I don't know if it works with this rubbery stuff, but it will work with just like the regular linoleum. Oh no, wait. Not your parents and Mrs. Smith when you were 11. Spill the tea. Wait, is this some Harry Potter type tea? Are you a wizard, Suki Bean? Where are we? Oh, almost done. I feel like I deserve a nervous sip of my tea. As I almost choke. Listen, I don't know how to swallow liquids. I always choke on my water bottle. Like, no reason, just gasping for air. I am awkwardness personified. That's okay though. Mr. Heather is real cool, so it balances out. I'm gonna leave this for now and I'm gonna come back and carve some more into it later. Because I don't know that I've gone quite deep enough. But we'll get there. Okay. We're getting there. So last cloud. What time is it? Well, we're not carving it in 6 minutes, but we'll get a good bit of it. I have fiber arts class today. I skipped on Monday because I was feeling crappy. But also, I'm kind of ahead in that class because I am a fast fiber art person. Little sketchy. Keep it more to the side on this cut. I'll just be really careful around these edges. Now, if I have to carve this entire part out, I will. I'm not opposed to that. It would just be nice to keep the separation if I can. Like my digital illustrations are not always carvable. This part's a little tricky. I need a smaller gouge for that. No, I don't. I'll just stay on the side of the line. Should be fine. almost cut myself. Okay. Good enough. That's a little sketchy, but it'll do. Just trim it off. Because that is going to mess with my head. There we go. My arms are tired. But this is the hardest part, is like carving these big areas of white. After this is done, we'll get into some of the other size gouges, and then it should be fairly quick. I say fairly because I never know how long this is going to take. Like, could you commission me? Yes, but I have no idea how long it's going to be. Oh, I like the vibes of this direction of gouge. The jury's still out on whether or not I like this softer plate. I don't know. I mean, it's not difficult to carve, which is nice, but sometimes the tools can be too sharp, if that makes any sense. Like the chisel just gets stuck. So I don't know, I'll probably primarily be using the gouges. Chill out, little gouge. Yeah, we might finish this one today. Hey, Mossgrove. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully, this isn't a lot of like the top of my head. Even though I know it is. Like, because sometimes I have to get really close to the plate. I mean, it's just as low contrast for you as it is for me. And that is why we carved the little line out first. Oh, that was almost a disaster. Almost, but not quite. Carefully. Cool. Hooray. Yay! All the clouds are cut out. My arms are tired. And look at how much, like, it's so much. Anyway, this is looking good so far. And yeah, I will use the chisel to knock down some of these higher areas because we don't need them. And that is what the chisel is for. I was using it a little sketchily. Yeah, I know I'm not going to get it like all the way flat, but I don't want anything like poking up into my ink. None for you. Okay, time is out. It is time. So that concludes our cozy hour of crafting. Here, I'll put it right side up. We got all the clouds carved out in our little image of Fenrir chomping on Tyr's hands, hanging out in his little mountain prison. So I hope everyone has an awesome Wednesday. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of it with me. Reminder, if you missed the live, that is okay. You can watch all the lives on the U of Tubes. It's without the music that we have live here and just my witty banter, but I think that y'all come for that anyway. So, Michigan goodbye. Gotta say it at least 3 times and send you home with a pie. Thank you so much for watching. And I don't know if I'm going to see you for Animal Crossing because I may take a weekend vacation because this is my birthday month and sometimes weekend plans happen. So I will post it in the Discord, whether we're doing Animal Crossing on Friday or Sunday. But my villagers are mad, I know, because I wasn't there last Friday. So we'll have to get back to it eventually. But I have homework. So yeah, that's it. Everybody have an awesome rest of your day. And I'll see you next stream. Thank you so much for watching.